So the Pinney approach is to protect the mortgage with a 30-year term policy, obviously, and then add living benefits such as a waiver of premium in case of any unforeseen disability, and consider layering that term policy with a smaller permanent policy, such as a guaranteed universal life. Um, and I will go into a case study here. Your prospect is a 35-year-old engineer. He recently purchased a home in California. I use that as an example because we know how valuable homes in California are, and that's where I live. And his 32-year-old wife stays at home with their two young children and runs the household. Clearly, she's the one with the important job. But soon after purchasing the house, he realizes, probably at her suggestion, that life insurance would be a good idea and feels a $500,000 mortgage protection policy will suffice. So that's what he requests of you. This is the consumer trying to buy the life insurance policy that he knows he needs without necessarily knowing how to go through the whole process and buy the right policy for himself. He's probably just saying 500,000 because he figures that's a good number. Maybe somebody suggested it to him. He doesn't know how to buy it like he knows how to buy a TV for sure. He knows everything about TVs, but it's your role to help him through this and to advise him, because you're not just the ordinary agent or the transactional order taker that would write him the old school MPI. You're the trusted advisor. So you navigate with our help through the discovery, conversation, and needs analysis. You do your due diligence and you do right by your client, and you use the proven Pinney process. Try saying that 3 times fast at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning when your computer's not working. Use our Insurio CRM to walk you and your client through the proper conversation to identify and address their needs, quote the appropriate coverage, and submit the application drop ticket. Our CRM is customized to this conversation, not just this one, but in general for life insurance sales. So you can go through and you can ask the right questions, literally tick the boxes, so that you're not sounding too scripted. You're having an interactive conversation with the person. It's natural. You're listening to them. You're addressing their concerns. You're pointing out certain things that they need to know. There's a custom needs analysis you can do. There's a needs analysis tool within our quote path on Insurio. It is an invaluable tool for you, and it'll keep you on track and guide you and your client to the application. So our Advanced Sales Academy handbook is 59 pages of gold. So it includes all kinds of things, including diligent contact and follow-up strategies, phone scripts. There's one on page 55 and ways to overcome common objections. Everything you could possibly think of in the 59 pages, and a bunch of stuff you probably couldn't think of to close deals. And our sales kits, which are available to our contracted agents, are also gold. I think most of them, almost all of them, are over 50 pages and include dozens of professional social media images geared towards your target markets, sample emails, and all kinds of stuff in there. You can imagine 50 plus pages. You can set up drip campaigns with these images and get all kinds of responses. Our team, our brokerage managers like myself and Dave Cranfield and Matthew Gantner, our internal wholesaler, internal underwriter, and the entire team provide case design consultation and will help you through the process. So even if you're not aware of all the different options and approaches, we can help you with that. By using this, you're discovering these things. After using our proven process and the Insurio CRM to conduct that in-depth needs analysis and the thorough discovery conversation, you're going to identify, and your client will then realize, the actual needs for life insurance. So just in going over this, he had initially asked for 500,000 in coverage. Maybe it's a relative of his suggested that, or that's what they had, so he wants to keep up with them. You find out his mortgage loan is 30 years for 750. So the 500,000 isn't the right policy for him. You also find out during that conversation that his wife is not covered. She doesn't have life insurance. She does need coverage too, and you'll be able to talk to him about why that's important. For anybody who isn't familiar with that, we can help you with that. He didn't think that she needed coverage because there'd be no loss of income. She's a stay-at-home mom. He thinks that that means that no loss of income means no need for the insurance. He's wrong, and you can help him understand why it is important. The living benefits, in this example, I'm using the waiver of premium so that his premium would be waived and his policy would continue to be enforced if he suffers a disability. Oftentimes, a consumer won't even know that that's available to them, and it probably isn't going to be anything that would be part of their MPI if they had done that. And how about permanent coverage? Oftentimes, they're not even thinking in terms of permanent because they're looking at specifically covering a mortgage debt, which is a specific amount of time, oftentimes 30 years. And it wouldn't even occur to them to get a permanent policy at the same time. You can talk to them about that. You can quote it for them, and you can tell them the importance of it. You're never going to be any younger than you are today. You're probably never going to be any healthier than you are today. And you can get the good rates, get something and layer it with your term coverage so that you have permanent coverage. And again, he needed a trusted advisor, and that's you. So your professional advice for comprehensive, affordable, and appropriate coverage. Once you get done with that whole process and you're going through the Insurio platform and you're quoting things, you show him a 30-year term for 650,000 of that 750,000 mortgage. You layer it with 100,000 permanent GUL to age 100, and of course you add the waiver premium rider to his term policy. And you can see these are real numbers. I just ran them yesterday. So these are true numbers. He's all in at $105 a month. Now, I had mentioned before, I think, that I was also trying to get a current quote for like an MPI. And the best I could do from many sources said that a $750,000 term MPI decreasing into nothing, it's the lender who's the beneficiary, would probably be 75 to $100. So 75 to $100 for a policy that is, let's face it, not great by comparison versus $105 for all this. And you can tell them about, for the spouse, do a 30-year term at $250,000. She's a 32-year-old healthy female, $16 a month. That's nothing. I won't get into the Starbucks comparisons. It's a couple Starbucks maybe. And $25,000 GUL to age 100 permanent coverage for 33. She's in at 49. Grand total for both of them, $154.09. Now, you have just shown them way phenomenally better coverage than what an MPI offers. And you did what you should be doing, which is caring about your client, finding out about them, learning about their real situation, and presenting and suggesting proper coverage for that. They'll appreciate that. Even if they pare back and say, okay, I don't want to do all this, I want to do part of it. Okay, do as much as what's possible, and they still appreciate your expertise. And that will go towards referrals. Not only do you go from a single 35-year-old guy who just wanted a $500,000 policy and wanted to walk out there and that's it, you got the proper coverage for him, you got proper coverage for his spouse, and you're going to get referrals. So get them. Our approach to presenting mortgage protection will earn you the trust, respect, and the referrals. And never forget to ask for them. You've gone through the process. He's going to respect that. He's probably going to give you referrals. If not right then and there, eventually he'll say, I got a guy, and he'll send relatives your way because you did a great job. But always ask. You got to ask. If you don't ASK, you don't GET. If at at any point in this process of learning and getting used to doing this. If you feel that you're not ready to do it yourself, or maybe your team is not ready to jump in and start doing it, or you just don't have the time because you are so busy with your book of business, use your life insurance division at Pinney. Again, get contracted with us. And we've got our own referral program where you can refer your clients to our call center. Let us close those deals for you and handle the underwriting. We'll go through this process. Believe me, we're very skilled at it. And you'll get 50% of your normal commission. So you get, you don't do anything, none of the work, and it's a 50-50 split. I would still encourage you to do it all, the sales process yourself, and learn that and become accustomed to it, become familiar and comfortable with it. But until that happens, you've got this. Or if you just want to do this, we're welcome to it. We like it. We've done it for lots of different agencies that just do nothing but submit referrals to us to let us handle it, and they collect checks. PNC guys, I will reiterate, do annual surveys. We can tell you what important questions to add to those surveys. It will add to your retention of clientele. And again, you'll work towards that 95% retention that you want. And that's huge for you and your book. So that's it. I want to apologize. Sorry about the glitches that were happening. Thank you for sticking in through that and sticking around, and very much appreciate you. Please get contracted with us. We can help you with this whole process, whether we do the majority of it through the referral process or train you and your staff on how to do it and how to use our Insurio platform to make it happen for you.